Hello guys, how are you all? This is Prashant. So I welcome you all to today's topic in the data structure. In the data structure chapter, lesson number 9. Similarly, we are going to talk about the queues, and today we are going to make the programs of the queues in the data structure. So let's understand what is the queue. I think if you have watched my previous two videos, that will be clear to you. If you have not watched, please watch it first, then you come to this topic. Okay, so what is the queue? Queue are the similar to stacks. As I told you last video, I told you it is similar to stack. Queues also consist of items. There are restrictions on how items can be added to and delete from the list. Okay, now queue permits deletion and perform at one end and of the list and insertion at another. That is called FIFO. You can see this is a queue. This is a queue. Okay, so here this lady came first. Let her attend her. After that, when she is going to finish the work, she is going to remove from here. That means it is a front. Okay, it is a front. The value is going to be removed from the front, and she is coming to join the queue, and this is place is known as rear, the ending point. Okay, here the delete will take place in the beginning, in the front, and the insertion of the data will take place at the end. So make it sure, my dear students, keep it in mind that works on the principle of first in, first out. If you will come first, then you will go first. If you will come at the last, then you will go at the last. Okay, now you can see here a queue consists of two open and front and rear. Okay, so means the two opens we can change the conditions according to our need. Data can only be removed from one end. Okay, that thing you have to keep in mind. If it is front, then you have to remove the value from here. If it is going to be front, then you have to remove the value from here. A new data element can only be added to rear end of the queue. This thing you have to keep in mind. And very important point, when we implement the default list as a queue, the rear and the front place at the zeroth position of the queue. Means it is the zeroth position of the queue. It is equals to front and it is equals to rear. So make it sure, my dear students, that have to keep it in mind. If this queue is not having any element, so they both are representing the zeroth position of the value. You will come to know this in the upcoming slides. Now let's understand implementation of a queue. You can create the queue, you can insert the value, you can check the empty list, you can delete, and you can transverse. Okay, similarly you can add. If you have watched my previous video, which is a stack, then it will be clear to you. Queue dot append, you can easily accept and stop. Okay, now you can see algorithm to delete an element. First of all, if the stack in last video I told you, if the stack is empty, you have to check it first. Similarly, if the queue is empty, you have to check it first. So if it is empty, you can directly jump to this area. Okay, now if it has the value, it has to delete the values from zeroth place. Make it sure. This is very important. This point is very important. In the stack, we use stack dot pop and simple. So means it is deleting the value from the top value, the front topmost value. But topmost value means it is deleting the values from right end. Okay, from here it is deleting the value. But in the queue, when you are going to do the pop operation, it should be from the zero index position. So zero index position is what? Zero index position is, now these are the values 26, 27, 28 and 29. Now index is starting from 0, 1, 2 and 3. So here is the 0 is the index value, so it is deleting from this front end. This is always the front. Okay, so it is deleting the value from this zeroth position. Usually if you are using the list, list in that you can delete any from any position. You have to give a describe position here and you can delete the value. Okay, but here always it should be the 0 because the deletion will take place in the front only. So make it sure, this keep it in mind. Now similarly, a simple basic thing, basic program, as like last time if you have watched the video, it was a stack, now it becomes queue, append, queue, and similarly you are going to display the things. If I will do the pop operation, you can see here only I have to give the 0, 0 and 0 and 0. Okay, this thing you have to keep it in mind. In the stack it was not a 0, it was simple a bracket. So you can see q.pop, I am going to remove the 1, q.pop, I am going to remove the 2, q.pop, I am going to remove the 3. Now q is empty, it is going to generate this error, index error, pop for the empty list. So I think this is pretty clear to everyone. Make it sure, my dear students, if you have not watched the previous video, you must watch and then it is going to be clear to you. Now implementation of a queue as a list. So here if you are going to press 1, you can do the push. If you are going to press 2, you can do the pop. If you are going to press 3, you can do the display. Okay, so let's suppose similarly, okay, by mistake it is, you can give with this also. If you want to use a queue word here, then you can do the queue, means the queue you want to initialize. Actually I copy and paste the things, so that's why it remains as a S stack. So if you want to make it queue, then you can make it queue. So similarly, while loop you are executing here, okay, in the while loop you are making the choices. So you are going to accept 1, 2 and 3 here. If your choice is 1, so you can append the value. Similarly you are accepting the value in A, you are going to add with this. Okay, if your choice is 2, that means pop. So first of all, what you have to check, queue is empty or not. If the queue is empty, then it will generate this message. If the queue is not empty, else then delete from the 0th position. Very important point, from the 0th position. Okay, it should be a mistake. It should be, make it my dear students sure that it should be s dot pop 0. It was my mistake, s dot pop 0. So it is going to remove the values from the 0th position. Now the choice is 3, you have to display the things. So it is going to display the things from 0 to length of the queue. So you can see here, let's suppose I am inserting 3 elements, which is 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. So I am inserting 1, 2 and 3. So it is 0, 1, 2. So 0 to length. Length is what? Length is going to check by the queue's length. And if you are entering any choice, your choice is wrong, then you want to continue. So like that it will work. This is the simplest program in the queues. Similarly, now we are going to do the practical for this. So let's start with the practical. So as you can see, last time we have done the stack. So similarly we have to do the queue. Now I'm going to execute this one. Sorry, I have to first of all I have to stop this program, then I can execute this one. Okay, so now you can see I have inserted some values 1, 2 and 3. If I want to do the pop, if I will execute it first time, then it is going to remove only the 1. You can see here it is removing the 1. If I will execute it another time, then it is going to remove 2. It is removing 3. Now you can imagine the stack is removing the values from the right hand side. Now this queue is removing the values from the left hand side. So this should be clear. Similarly, the for loop I executed that time, you can see here I'm going to execute that similar thing. Okay, this is the basic idea that you can generate. You can make any program in that and you can execute yourself. Okay, now I'm going to pop the value 0. It is going to be removed. That time in the stack you can see it was removing the value from 9, 8, 7, 6, and now it is removing 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and generating the error. This is clear to I think to you. Okay, now similarly I am going to execute with the help of this thing, push or append and pop. Okay, so you can see here A comma B comma C appending this a comma b. In that stack it was showing CBA, now it is showing ABC. Now it is removing all the values that on the 0th position it always is removing, so it is representing the things. Okay, now collection import DQ, I think a delete Q, from collections import DEQ. So that I told you, it will represent DQ always with the wherever this Q is going to be printed. Okay, wherever this is going to be printed, it will represent it is we have used a function. So you can see here, just now I'm going to print the output. You can see DQ and DQ. Okay, this is going to be printed like this. Now this is another way. And just now you can see here it is Q import Q. In the stack it was LIFO Q. Okay, in the stack it was LIFO Q. I think you have remembered. Execute this one. You can see the same thing is generated by this only. Okay, one thing you must clear, just now it is generating, it is empty true. Now again I am representing empty, but it is false. What happened? Just now I put another value to show you can insert, you can put any value anywhere during the execution of the program. So just now you can see, if I am going to execute till here, it is going to represent true only. This area it is going to represent. Now after that it is going to put a one value, that's why it is not showing true, it is showing false. And the full, it is not full, it is false, it is half or one value is there. That maximum size is 3, only one value is there, you can insert more values. This is, I think, pretty clear to all of you. Now we have this stack in the term of options. If you will press 1, you can do the push. If you will press 2, you can do the pop. If you will press 3, you can do the display. So now you can select and you can check it out. Last time we have done for the stack, now I am running for it Q. Only you can see the differences here, pop 0 and the range. Okay, now I am going to execute this one. Okay, now push 1, sorry, first of all I must do the pop. It will show the error because you can see Q is empty, nothing is to delete. It is printing that answer. Now if I will do the push 1, I am going to enter the 10, 1 I am going to enter 20, 1 I am going to enter 30, 1 I am going to enter 40. So let me check what are the items in my queue. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, these are the items that I have. Now I'm going to press 2 to pop. You can see element deleted is 10. Now again I'm pressing 2, element deleted is 20. Now I can check with the help of display. I can see only 30 and 40 is left. This is the area that you can see what are the elements are having and not having. Okay, my dear students, I think this is pretty clear to everyone. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. I will clear your doubts. If you like the video, if you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye everyone.